I pulled a dare card. The instruction was simple. French kiss a guy in the room. I chose the valedictorian. But he just sat there, frozen. Not making a move to stand up. His jaw tightened as he looked at me. I'm sorry. Now isn't a good time. Suddenly a row of floating text. Like a Twitch live stream chat. Scrolled across my vision. Of course it's not a good time. The heroine is sitting right next to him. No way he kisses the villainess in front of her. Just wait for the next round. When the heroine gets a dare to kiss him. He'll pounce on her tongue. And all the contrast is going to be brutal. Wait until the villainess starts crying. And baking like a desperate loser. It's going to be hilarious. I didn't want to be a joke. I forced a smile. If it's not a good time, forget it. I'll pick someone else. The room went dead silent. Someone whispered, "What's going on, Harper? Isn't Ethan your boyfriend?" "Yeah. Did you guys get into a fight? Everyone knows he's obsessed with you. Remember when your promise ring fell into the campus fountain? He waited in there in the middle of winter to find it. Get it? It's just a game. Just take a shot and move on. Couples fight all the time. Ethan stared at me, his dark eyes filled with anxiety. Harper, are you mad? I pressed my lips together. No. I poured myself a drink. Ethan hadn't technically cheated. And I wasn't going to grab some random guy just to prove a point. Since I failed the dare, I had to take a shot of tequila as punishment. Ethan reached out, poured a full glass for himself. And said, "This round was my fault. I'll take the punishment." He tilted his head back. It's Adam's apple. Bobbing and down the liquor without flinching. The game continued. I kept my expression neutral. Pretending Ethan's rejection didn't sting. But inside, my chest felt tight, acidic. Couldn't focus, I kept analyzing those floating comments. Who is the heroine? Just then, a sophomore named Bella pulled a dare card. She raised her hand timidly. I think I also got the kiss. A guy card. She scanned the room. Her doe eyes landing wetly on Ethan. Ethan, you're the only guy I really know here. Can you help me out? Everyone held their breath. Eyes darting between me and her. It was a classic showdown. The floating chat went wild. Yes. My baby is so brave. Finally making her move. The villainess is about to go full Karen and shove our girl. Then Ethan will defend Bella and make Harper apologize. It's gonna be so sweet. Isn't this a bit messy? Harper is still his girlfriend. Oh, shut up. Harper is just a side character. Ethan doesn't actually love her. Later, when they break up, Harper threatens to jump off a roof. And Ethan literally tells her to do a flip. My palms went cold. I wasn't going to cause a scene and shove Bella. But I wanted to see Ethan's reaction. Ethan frowned at Bella. I thought everyone made it clear. I have a girlfriend. Bella bit her lip. Looking around. No one else stepped up. Her eyes welled up with tears. I am allergic to alcohol, Ethan. If you can't kiss me, can you at least take the penalty shot for me? Ethan's brow furrowed. He looked at me. Harper, is that okay? I'll only do it if you say so. The chat was dumbfounded. Am I seeing this right? What? Why is the main character asking the villainess for permission? Why isn't he kissing Bella? Is this really a romance novel? Relax, guys. He's just being polite. Even if Harper says no, he'll do it. It'll just make Harper look worse. I clenched my fists under the table. Feigning calm. Up to you. Part of me hoped he would refuse. But Ethan's eyes dimmed. I picked up the glass and downed the shot for Bella. My heart gave a painful lurch. I tried to rationalize it. Don't be jealous. He only drank it because she's allergic. But the chat kept hammering me. See? He cares. He wouldn't let Bella suffer. He's playing it cool. But look closer. In the darkness. He's already excited. He wants Bella so bad. He refused to stand up earlier because he was trying to hide his boner. My stomach dropped. Ethan was aroused by Bella. I looked down. My gaze involuntarily drifted to his lap. There was a definite tent in his jeans. My blood ran cold. Physiological reactions don't lie. Ethan took the punishment for Bella because he wanted her. The game went on, but I was done. I just wanted to escape. Chad gleefully predicted the next scene. Spoiler alert. Tonight. The heroine draws that go to a hotel with a guy card. Ethan is a possessive, jealous type. He won't let Bella go with anyone else. He'll drag her out of there himself. I dug my nails into my palms. Beside me, my cousin Carter patted my shoulder. You okay? I shook my head. I'm fine. Carter and I kept our family relation low-key on campus. Nobody here knew we were cousins. Carter pulled a card. His smile faded. Take any girl in the room to a hotel. Send a selfie from the room to the group chat. The room erupted in laughter. It was too extreme. The chat text flashed red alert. After this, Bella draws the hotel card. Harper is going to try and make Ethan jealous by volunteering. But Ethan won't care. He's saving his energy for Bella. Carter was about to reach for the bottle to take the penalty. I grabbed his wrist. I have a stomach ulcer. Remember? No alcohol. I stood up. I'll go to the hotel with you. Carter blinked. What? Before he could protest, I dragged him up. He was used to spoiling me. So he just went along with it. I walked out of the party with another man. Leaving my boyfriend behind. Ethan's pupils constricted. He shot up from his seat. Harper. But Bella jumped in front of him, blocking his path. Eyes teary. Ethan. Don't go. I don't know anyone else here. If you leave, I'll be scared. The game isn't over yet. My heart shattered. I dragged Carter out the door without looking back. The chat was curious. What is the villainess doing? She's supposed to stay and make a scene. Why is she leaving with a random guy? Who is going to push the plot forward? Wait. Ethan actually pushed Bella aside and ran after her. Don't worry. He's just mad she's embarrassing him. He's definitely going to hook up with Bella later to get even. I got into Carter's car and told him to drive fast. In the car, I sent Ethan a text. Let's break up. Then I blocked his number on everything. Done. I felt drained. What happened? Carter asked, glancing at me. I thought you two were solid. I fought back tears. Nothing. Just suddenly stopped liking him. Because of a game. Yeah. Because of a game. Carter sighed. Are you sure? You chased that guy for 2 years. You're just going to walk away. I gripped my phone. Yeah. That was Ethan. The guy I spent 2 years trying to seduce. He was the math department's genius. The heir to the Zhang conglomerate. The guy whose candid photos broke the internet. And in private, it was painfully polite. We only slept together for the first time last night. I was all over him, tracing his ABS. Teasing him. Even when he was hovering over me. Shirt off, eyes red with desire. He still asked, Harper. I want you. Is that okay? I, EDD whispered. You're already naked. Just do it. Tears rolled down my face. Now. So was that all a lie? Did he only sleep with me because the heroine received a love letter from someone else? And he wanted to make her jealous? Was I just practice? I pieced the story together from the floating comments. I am the villainess in a sweet romance novel. Bella is the heroine. She apparently saved Ethan's dad from a heart attack once. So the family adores her. According to the plot. My jealousy pushes Ethan into her arms. After graduation, I become obsessed. I stalk him. I get caught by a security guard, who drags me into the bushes and assaults me. Ethan and Bella see it happen. And Ethan covers Bella's eyes, calling me dirty. Eventually, I end my own life. My parents die in a car crash from the grief. Hell, no. I wasn't going to let that happen. I wasn't destroying my life for a man. Better to cut him loose now. Carter and I obviously didn't hook up. We faked a photo. In a hotel lobby. Posted it to the group chat. And he dropped me off at my dorm. My roommate gasped when I walked in. Harper. Your mascara. Are you okay? I looked in the mirror. I looked like a raccoon. I had dressed up tonight specifically to look good for Ethan. Now I was a mess. We broke up. I muttered. My roommate didn't pry. His loss. You're a catch. I'm heading to the dining hall. Want me to grab you a burger? I nodded, grateful. When she left, I opened my shopping app and deleted the items in my cart. After last night, I had been excited. I wanted to try new things. I had even shown him the app. Bunny tail, handcuffs. Body chains. You pick. He had blushed, his voice raspy. Don't rush. If you like them, we can try them all slowly. Well, no need for that now. My phone rang. Unknown number. I hung up. Rang again. I answered. Harper. Where are you? It was Ethan. He sounded breathless, like he was running. I wiped my eyes. Didn't you see the photo in the group chat? Harper, don't do this. I'm coming to find you. I laughed bitterly. Why bringing condoms? Silence on the other end. The anger from the chat logs bubbled up. He used me. Okay. Two can play at that game. You know, Ethan. I never really liked you that much. I just wanted to see what it was like to sleep with the ice prince. Now that I have. Met. Honestly, you were terrible in bed. I didn't feel a thing last night. I'm moving on to someone who knows what they're doing. I hung up. I lay on my bed. Arm over my eyes. It was truly over. The next morning, I saw him in our elective class. I used to take this class just to stare at the back of his head. Now, realizing his family's power, he could probably get me expelled. And remembering I told him he was bad in bed, I was terrified. I snuck in late. Sat in the back row and bolted the second the bell rang. I couldn't escape Carter, though. He cornered me near the library. Harper, you ruined me. I went to that party to find a girlfriend. Now everyone thinks we hooked up. I'm socially dead. Sorry. I winced. How can I fix it? Buy me lunch, Carter said, rubbing his temples. And not the cafeteria garbage. Actual sushi. Maybe then I'll forgive you for destroying my reputation. Deal, I sighed, adjusting my bag strap. Let's go off campus. I just wanted to get away. The floating text had been quiet for the last hour, probably buffering or waiting for the next plot point to load. I was hoping for a peaceful exit, but as we turned the corner of the library building, the air temperature seemed to drop 10 degrees. There, leaning against Carter's car, was Ethan. He looked wrecked. The usually pristine ice prince looked like he hadn't slept in 48 hours. His tie was loose, his top button undone, and his hair, usually styled to perfection, was messy, as if he'd been running his hands through it repeatedly. The moment he saw me, he straightened up. His gaze locked onto me, heavy and suffocating. Then, the chat exploded across my vision in a flurry of neon text. Romance Lover 99, here it comes. The confrontational scene. Bellistan, Ethan is going to destroy them. He's looking at Harper like she's trash. Plot twist, wait, look at his hands. He's shaking. Admin, current objective, the male lead asserts dominance and humiliates the cheating villainess. I swallowed hard, my instinct screaming at me to run. But Carter, bless his oblivious heart, just groaned. Great. The ex-Harper, I'm waiting in the car. Carter tried to unlock the door, but Ethan moved. Fast. He didn't shove Carter. He didn't even look at Carter. He slammed his hand against the car window, boxing me in. He was so close I could smell the expensive sandalwood cologne mixed with the sharp scent of alcohol and distress. You blocked me, Ethan said. His voice was a low rasp, cracking at the edges. I broke up with you, I said, trying to keep my voice steady despite the way my heart hammered against my ribs. That usually implies blocking. You said. He choked on the words, his Adam's apple bobbing, a movement that annoyingly reminded me of how attractive I found him. You said I was terrible. The chat rolled by fast. LMAO, oof. That burns. Heroin addict, why does he care? He should be happy the trash took itself out. Ethan took a step closer, invading my personal space. His eyes were red-rimmed. Was it really that bad? Last night? I blinked. I expected him to scream about Carter. I expected him to demand his hoodie back or call me a slut. But he was fixated on the performance review. Look, does it matter? I deflected, crossing my arms. You have Bella now. Go be good with her. At the mention of Bella, Ethan's brows knitted together in genuine confusion. Bella? The girl with the allergies? What does she have to do with this? Don't play dumb, I snapped, the hurt resurfacing. I saw you at the party. You wouldn't kiss me, but you downed a shot for her without blinking. You were excited by her. I saw the... I gestured vaguely to his jeans. The reaction. Ethan froze. His face went from pale to a sudden, violent shade of crimson. The chat paused. User 123, wait. Is she talking about the boner? Reader K, this dialogue isn't in the book. Harper, Ethan whispered, his voice sounding strangled. I didn't stand up to kiss you because if I stood up, everyone would have seen that I was already hard. I stared at him. Because of Bella. No. He shouted it, making me jump. Because of you. You were wearing that silk dress with the slit. You whispered in my ear about the dare. I was replaying what we did last night in my head and I couldn't stand up without embarrassing myself. I drank the shot for that girl because I needed to do something to cool down, and she wouldn't stop crying. My mouth fell open slightly. The chat went dead silent. But... I stammered. But the text. I mean, everyone says you love her. I don't even know her last name. Ethan grabbed my shoulders, his grip desperate. I don't care about anyone else. I only care that you think I'm bad in bed. Harper, please. Give me another chance. I bought books. You bought books? He nodded frantically, pulling a thick manual out of his back pocket titled The Mathematics of Pleasure, a comprehensive guide to female anatomy. I studied all night, he said, his eyes intense. I calculated the optimal angles. I read forums. I can do better. I swear. Don't leave me for him. He gestured vaguely at Carter inside the car. I stood there, stunned. The chat slowly started scrolling again, but the tone had changed. Is the ML a simp? System error, plot deviation detected. Romance lover 99, wait, this is actually kind of cute. He bought a book. Suddenly, a high-pitched voice cut through the tension. Ethan. We both turned. Bella was running across the quad, her hair perfectly windblown, holding a bento box. The heroine had arrived. Bella stopped a few feet away, clutching the bento box to her chest. She looked between me and Ethan, her eyes widening in feigned shock. Harper, she breathed. Are you bothering Ethan again? I heard you cheated on him. How could you? She took a step toward Ethan, offering the box. Ethan, I made you lunch. I know you must be heartbroken, but... This was it. The script. The chat predicted this. Ethan takes the lunch, dumps me publicly, and walks off with her. Ethan looked at the bento box. Then he looked at Bella. Who are you? He asked. Bella froze. I'm Bella. From the party. The dare. Right, Ethan said, his voice dropping back to that icy tone he used for everyone except me. The girl who caused a scene and made my girlfriend break up with me. He slapped the bento box out of her hand. Rice and cute octopus-shaped sausages scattered across the pavement. The chat went ballistic. OMG, what? Dark Soul, did he just smack the heroine's lunch? Savage. Bella Stan, no. That's abuse. He's supposed to eat it and smile. Plot hole, the code is breaking. The male lead is broken. Get lost, Ethan snarled at her. If you come near me or Harper again, I'll have campus security ban you from the mathematics building. Bella burst into tears, real, ugly tears this time, and ran off. Ethan immediately turned back to me, his scary aura vanishing instantly, replaced by that anxious puppy look. Did I do good? I defended you. Does this make up for the bad sex? I couldn't help it. I started laughing. It started as a giggle and turned into a full-blown cackle. I laughed until I was wheezing. The absurdity of it all. The chat, the misunderstandings, the book on anatomy in his pocket. Harper. He looked terrified. I wiped a tear from my eye. Ethan. You idiot. I knocked on the car window. Carter rolled it down, looking annoyed. Can we go get sushi now? Carter, I said loud enough for the onlookers, and the chat, to hear. Tell your cousin's ex-boyfriend that we're hungry. Carter looked at Ethan. Technically, we're second cousins, but yeah. Ethan, stop harassing my family member or I'm telling Aunt Sharon. Ethan blinked. Cousin. Cousin, I confirmed. Ethan's knees seemed to give out. He slumped against the car, sliding down until he was sitting on the pavement, head in his hands. Thank God, he muttered. Thank God. I thought I lost you to a guy who drives a Prius. The floating text was now scrolling so fast it was a blur of neon green dot. Truth bomb, they are cousins. Villainous fan, we were played. Harper isn't a cheater. Devs, recalculating plot route. Route, Yandere devotion unlocked. We didn't go to sushi. Ethan insisted on driving me back to his off-campus apartment because he needed to prove his calculations were correct. Carter happily abandoned me, claiming he was going to match with Bella on Tinder just to see if the plot armor was real. In Ethan's apartment, a sleek, gray, minimalist place that screamed, lonely rich boy, the dynamic shifted. He locked the door. The click echoed loudly. You really scared me, he said, turning to face me. He wasn't the shy boy from the party anymore. The chat had described him as possessive, and for once, they were right. But not for Bella. I thought I lost you, he said, walking toward me. When I saw that photo, I wanted to burn the hotel down. Jealousy is ugly, Ethan. I am ugly, he admitted, stopping inches from me. I'm obsessed with you. I have been for 2 years. I joined that stupid game night because I saw your name on the list. I sat in that freezing fountain for 3 hours for your ring. If being bad in bed is the only reason you left, then I'll fix it. I'll practice until I die. He looked so earnest, clutching that stupid anatomy book, that my heart softened completely. You weren't bad, I whispered, reaching out to touch his tie. I was just hurt. I thought you wanted her. Never. He dropped the book on the floor. Only you. He kissed me then. It wasn't the polite, hesitant kiss from our first night. It was hungry, desperate, and terrifyingly competent. It seemed the genius mathematician was a quick study. As he lifted me onto the kitchen counter, knocking over a bowl of lemons, the floating text reappeared, flickering in the corner of my vision. System, alert. The rating of this scene is exceeding PG-13. Smut lover, yes. Go Ethan. Reader 1, wait, if Harper ends up with Ethan, who does the heroine get? Admin, the story is rewriting itself. I closed my eyes, blocking out the text. I didn't need the commentary anymore. The reality was much better. The chat never fully went away, but it became background noise, like subtitles on a TV in a crowded bar. I learned to ignore it. Life on campus changed. Bella tried to pull a few more, clumsy heroine stunts, tripping in front of Ethan, accidentally spilling coffee on his laptop, but without the narrative force backing her, she just looked like a clumsy girl with bad coordination. Ethan billed her for the laptop repairs. Carter actually started dating Bella for a week, then broke up with her because she cried too much about birds. As for me, I wasn't the villainess anymore. Or maybe I was. I was the girl who stole the male lead, kept him all to myself, and ruined the intended plot. We were in the library, studying for finals. Ethan had his hand resting on my thigh under the table, his thumb tracing idle circles while he solved partial differential equations with his other hand. Suddenly, a bright red alert flashed across my vision. Warning, final plot point initiated. The villainess's downfall. A rogue security guard is approaching. I froze. I remembered the original plot. The assault. The bushes. The end of my life. My blood ran cold. I looked up. Walking toward our table was a burly campus security guard I hadn't seen before. He had a strange, glazed look in his eyes, like he was sleepwalking. Like he was being controlled by a script. Harper. Ethan sensed my tension immediately. What's wrong? Him, I whispered. The guard was reaching for his belt. Not for a radio, but for a baton. The chat was screaming. No, it's the tragic ending. Run Harper. Fate, destiny cannot be changed. Excuse me, miss, the guard grunted, his voice robotic. You need to come with me. Suspicion of theft. He reached for my arm. His grip was bruising. Let go of her, Ethan said. His voice wasn't loud, but it carried a terrifying weight. She needs to come with me, the guard repeated, pulling me out of the chair. I struggled, panic rising. I didn't steal anything. Ethan didn't just stand up this time. He moved with the precision of a viper. He grabbed the guard's wrist, twisting it with a sickening crunch that echoed through the silent library. The guard howled, dropping the baton. Ethan shoved him back, stepping between me and the threat. Touch her again, Ethan said, his voice trembling with barely suppressed rage, and I will buy this university just to fire you and sue you into oblivion. The guard stumbled back, the glazed look in his eyes shattering into confusion. I don't know what came over me. I thought. The red text in my vision shattered like glass. System failure, the villainous fate has been averted. Admin, story complete. Thank you for reading. The text dissolved into sparkles and faded away. For the first time in weeks, my vision was completely clear. Ethan turned to me, checking my arm for bruises. Are you okay? Did he hurt you? I looked at him, my boyfriend, my protector, the man who defied fate because he was too obsessed to let the plot win. I'm fine, I smiled, leaning into him. I think the game is finally over. Ethan kissed my forehead. Good. Let's go home. I bought volume 2 of that book. Oh God, I laughed. Please, no more studying. Continuous improvement, Harper, he smirked. It's the only variable that matters. We walked out of the library, hand in hand. Somewhere in the distance, a writer was probably screaming at their keyboard, wondering why their characters had gone rogue. But I didn't care. I had written my own ending. And it was perfect.